Happy birthday, cuz. Happy birthday.
I'm at a point in my life like we all grew up in this.
Diddy might be locked up, but the shadows of his late-night circles are still moving. And now Meek's 27th birthday party is back in the spotlight for all the wrong reasons. What was supposed to be a luxury Vegas celebration turned into a night people still whisper about. A rented mansion, fight weekend energy, industry elites everywhere. But insiders say Meek wasn't celebrating. He was trying to leave. The mansion was reportedly trashed by 3 a.m. Broken bottles, ruined rooms, blood in places that didn't make sense. Staff allegedly called it disturbing, not just messy. Then came the rumor that something was recorded that night, an audio clip that later surfaced online and flipped everything upside down. When it hit the internet, chaos followed.
What? Yo, wait a minute. Wait.
Meek came out swinging, said the audio was fake, claimed it was AI generated, accused bots of trying to destroy his reputation, long emotional posts, strong denials. But the harder he pushed, the more the internet rewound the tape. Old interviews resurfaced, old photos, moments where he and Diddy looked unusually close. Jokes that once seemed harmless suddenly felt different. Even that clip of Diddy calling him daddy on camera. People laughed back then. Now? Not so much. The internet doesn't forget. It connects dots.
Hey, what's up, King Son? Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, daddy. You putting in that work. Proud of you. I love you.
Diddy had that man in the room. Look, yes, I put my ear to the door and I brought the phone because Diddy started going in overdrive. I ain't know what the was going on, but I just heard balls slapping against cheeks. I heard struggling to take. I heard being like, yeah, daddy. Like when he started all that daddy this and daddy that, and then I heard some hollering and struggling. Like, yeah, I kept the phone.
Then Jaguar Wright stepped in with explosive claims, allegations about payments, about silence, about power plays involving Meek and Nicki Minaj. No proof dropped, but the accusation alone poured gasoline on the fire.
You think that audio that they put out was real?
Yeah, that was him. Nicki put that out there. That Nicki recorded that at the freak off in the Calabasas. She been waiting to drop that shit on Meek.
Nicki later brushed it off on a podcast, laughed, said Meek feeds off controversy and doesn't care about leaks. But that response didn't calm anything. It only made people look closer.
But that's not a diss. Meek likes being brought up in that song. I don't know why you lowering his thing. You think you're doing him a favor. He's very, very happy being mentioned, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah?
Yeah?
Okay.
Then DJ Academic started firing shots. Meek didn't respond calmly. He exploded. Threats, angry posts, heavy energy. And when someone reacts that loud, people assume something deeper got touched.
We got a lawsuit. So the Lil Rod lawsuit we got.
Yeah, I read through the whole thing.
And it didn't mention Meek by name, but there was a footnote.
A Philly rapper who used to date
the name.
Nicki Minaj.
It was like a Jeopardy question.
Duh, who is that? There could only be one person on the planet. Unless there's a Philly rapper that also dated Nicki that no one knows about.
What I'm gonna do is, he says first things first, he says, someone send me Academic's address.
He said, I'll die to shut you down.
Yeah, then he says, I'm going to die.
Then came the biggest question. If the audio was fake, why wasn't there a full investigation? Meek talked about putting up $100,000 to clear his name. But no final report ever surfaced. No concrete proof. Just tweets. And then silence. That silence grew louder once Diddy's legal world collapsed. When Diddy got hit with serious charges, industry friends vanished overnight. Posts deleted, pictures gone, distancing began. Meek was loud about separating himself, said he was never involved in anything inappropriate, said blogs were twisting narratives. At first, his message was simple, I wasn't there like that. He even leaned into the no Diddy energy.
So, what's up?
Yeah, y'all already know how we playing out this real life.
Real life.
Diddy gang, Meek Mill in real life. Don't ever disrespect me, you
Talk
heard?
that shit, Meek. Yeah, Meek.
But later, the story shifted. Meek admitted he had been around those parties, said there were drugs, wild vibes, chaos. but claimed he stayed out of anything questionable. And that's where eyebrows raised. Because I was never there, and I was there but didn't participate are two different statements. When the narrative adjusts, people assume details are missing, especially considering timing. Meek didn't strongly distance himself until prison time became real for Diddy. Before that, no public outrage, no moral stance, just parties, jets, vacations. That's why 50 Cent clowned him hard, even remixing Rick James's Give It To Me Baby visuals to mock their closeness. Once the jokes start sticking, they don't wash off easy.
That he'll pay somebody $100,000 to investigate that he has nothing to do with anything with Diddy.
Man, look, you can't take back what your received.
Now that Diddy is behind bars, investigators are reportedly reviewing old footage. Anyone who stood close is under scrutiny. And that Vegas birthday keeps resurfacing. Why did Meek allegedly leave in a rush? Why do rumors say he wasn't okay that night? Why does that party keep coming up when insiders describe Diddy's private world? Some believe Meek realized too late what he stepped into. Others believe he knew, but never expected it to surface. And some think he was caught in a power structure bigger than him. That's why this story won't fade. It's not just about a party. It's about influence. About what happens when a rising artist enters the orbit of someone with money, power, and secrets. About how hard it is to say no when the mansion doors close and cameras disappear. So what do you think? Was it just an exaggerated wild night? Or was that Vegas party the moment everything shifted? Does Meek's explanation hold up? Or does the backtracking raise more questions? Because one thing is clear. The deeper this goes, the less it feels like gossip. And if more names start surfacing, that night in Vegas might end up explaining far more than anyone expected. Drop your thoughts below, and if you're here for unfiltered breakdowns, don't scroll past. Tap in, subscribe, and stay locked for the next one.